How you doing? Those bikes are not illegal. How you doing? Those bikes are not illegal. How you doing? Those bikes are not illegal. Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. Okay, this will be the final ride of the year. I've said that on the last couple of ones that we've gone out on, but this is definitely going to be the last one. I took a look at the weather forecast, and next week, yeah, it's not going to be conducive for me to go out there. It's going to be a little too cold. Today's still a little chilly, but it's much better than it had been. I think the weather forecast showed it was like 53 or 54 degrees. But again, with the wind chill blowing up against you, it feels a lot colder than that. But I'm all decked out again. I have 2 sweatshirts on. I have my full-fingered gloves on. I have my X-Needle helmet on with the earmuff slash liner on. So between all that, that's keeping me nice and semi-warm. I mean, it's the wind chill hitting you, and you still feel it. But I figure I'd take it out for a little bit. We can't go too far again. Like I said, my battery power has been dropped down. I'm sitting at about 70% right now. So I'm on the Magicycle Deer 26-inch by 4-inch fat tire version. And it's been a while since I've taken this bike out. So what I did is I gave it a little bit of quick charge. I gave it an hour worth of charge time, just to see if that would help it a little bit. But apparently I must have had this battery even lower than I thought, because it's only registering 70%. 70 degrees. We wish. 70% battery power. So we'll ride it for a little bit, and then when I get back home, I'll give it another charge up, bring it back to 70%. So today is Sunday, day before Christmas. Yeah, December 24th. So what am I doing out on a Sunday? Should be at church, right? Well, we went to church yesterday, actually. They had the Christmas service. They had the Christmas service on Saturday at 5 p.m. I was not playing for the Christmas service, so I was not playing guitar or keyboards or bass. So they had someone else playing, and on Sunday they have a service at 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, 11, 2, and 4. So the people who are playing at church this time for this service have to play 4 times on 2 separate days. So in a sense, I'm glad I wasn't asked to do it. So they gave me the time to come out here and ride today. So yeah, not bad. I mean, I like playing. It's not like I don't like playing on worship team. I do. I enjoy it. But I think for 4 services in 2 days, I think I'd rather pass on that one and let someone else play. So how's everything else going? Well, the coughing I think is pretty much gone. I haven't coughed much at all in the last several days. But I do have the drier mouth and the incredible thirst. And also running to the washroom a lot too, because I'm drinking so much water. Now, one of you guys mentioned maybe you need to check for diabetes. That's a good point. Yeah. So I will check it out, because some of the symptoms of it is a lot of drinking, a lot of peeing, and a loss of weight. Now, you guys remember I've lost 9 pounds, and I don't know how I've done that. You add some of these things up, you start thinking maybe it's diabetes. I was borderline diabetic at one time, and then I got rid of it just from losing the weight. My per my goal is to try to lose the weight and get rid of the possibility of the diabetes. I don't even want to hit the doctor until I've done a little bit of that myself, because I know that once you're diabetic or have been diagnosed as diabetic, then a lot of things happen. I mean, you got to take medication, all sorts of stuff. I don't want to do all that. So I'm going to try to rid my other issues myself first. I'm not at the point where anything that I do, I feel it. I mean, it's not like I go into shock or anything like that, being diabetic and not having insulin or whatever. So, and I don't want to get to that point. So I figure whether it is or whether it isn't, it's still a good idea for me to lose the weight, right? And then just watch what I'm eating. Don't eat certain types of foods that's going to gain me weight too on top of it. And maybe after all that, it will help me out in terms of getting the possibility of diabetes, right? Now, others may say, just go and check it out with the doctor. Now, I'm not doing that. I'm going to wait a little bit. I don't want them saying, yep, you are, and here's all the stuff you're going to have to do now. I don't want to hear that. So I'm going to try to get rid of everything else myself first. And like I said before, in the past, I had lost weight, and I was like pre-diabetic at one time, and then the doctor told me I wasn't after I lost all the weight and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to do it. Yeah, now I have more incentive to drop that weight. Now the weight loss, I have no idea how I lost the weight, and that's why they're saying that, well, maybe it is diabetes, because if you don't even know how you lost the weight and you lost a lot of weight. But I don't have any of the other symptoms. I'm not hungry. I don't have fatigue. I don't have any of that stuff. So it may not be. So now we're gonna do a test, a preliminary test, finger prick test. I could do that myself, and then check that out and see if that comes out with anything. But yeah, what a way to hear about the possibility of it, right? I mean, we don't know for a fact. We're just guessing at this point. So really, who knows? All right, we got to turn here, but we got cars coming. So, and I got a car behind me, so I'm just gonna pull off to the side here. All right, let's turn here. It's where we always turn. I'm looking at my my battery meter. I'm down to 49% already, which means this battery was really pretty low already to start. Yeah, this is going to be a short ride. We're not going to be able to do a longer ride that I had hoped. So I can't go too far again either, because if I go too far, we may have issues. I got to ride some distance to get back. So anyways, that's the updates on my health issues. I do go to the washroom a lot because I've been drinking a lot. That's my guess. Or it could be something else. It could be the diabetes things. Who knows? When I say I'm going to the washroom a lot, I'm not kidding. I'm needing to go to the washroom like every half hour to 45 minutes at this point. Yeah. So. Yep. What a pain. What a pain. All right, you don't want to keep hearing about my medical problems. Anyways, by the way, thank you to everybody for the Merry Christmas wishes, Happy Holiday wishes. You can say Merry Christmas to me, but I leave it open for everybody else, because I don't know what everybody else's beliefs are. But yeah, you can say Merry Christmas to me. I'm okay with that. Now, come on, I play church. You kind of know, right? I play my guitar and stuff at church, and keyboards and stuff. So on this bike, you might notice I don't have a headlight thing on the handlebars, but I do have the front headlight on, the standard front headlight. We're going to make the turnaround like we did before. We're going to go forward. And, we'll turn around here. So, yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you for the season's greetings. See, that's another way you can say it, right? Thank you for the season's greetings. So yeah, we're coming up towards the end of the year. I mean, in another day it'll be Christmas, and then another week it'll be New Year's already. Man, time's really flying by. This year has really flown by. I find that I keep losing track of time. Really, I have to look at the calendars just to know what date it is, what day it is. Also, a lot of times I don't remember what day I'm on. I think this is the problem with being retired or something. If you're sitting at home, you're not under pressure to do certain things, and you just tend to forget everything. You don't know what's going on. So anyways, to combat some of the drying in the mouth, I'm chewing gum right now, so if it sounds like I'm chomping at things, sorry about that. I'm just doing it to keep my mouth moist and not having to drink the water. If I drink the water, then I gotta go hit the washroom again. I'm trying to stay out here, but I think this battery's gonna pull us down to where I have to start heading back. It's 46%. I'm quite surprised it dropped that much. Now, usually when I take bikes out, I'm at 100%. I make sure that the battery has juice in there, so if I go anywhere, then I can go farther and the like. But as you know, since we've dropped this thing down to at least the 70% level, it could have been less because probably had less because I gave it like an hour's worth of charge time just to give me some extra running time now, and it's already down to 46% or something, or 45% now. So yeah, that's not good. I've been eating up some power too because I'm not really pedaling a whole lot here. Let's pedal a little bit. As you know, I usually don't pedal when I'm on camera. I will tend to pedal when I'm off camera. Now I have 9 levels of pedal assist on the bike. I usually set my bikes to 9 at this point. I like the in-between numbers because if I don't want to go quite as fast, I have an in-between number, right? And that sometimes helps. So my level, what am I, 4? My level 4 is not your level 4 when you get one of these bikes straight out from Magicycle. My level 4 would be different than yours. Anyways, for those who have recently purchased any of these Magicycle bikes that have a similar display screen as mine, there is a video that I made that describes how to change things in your settings. There's a lot of cars here, so we're gonna have to let these guys go first. There's nobody behind me, so we're gonna go this way. And so yeah, if I remember, I'll try to put a link for you so you can take a look at that in case you want to change anything in your settings. I think the only thing that my video does not describe is since I had made that video a long time ago, I made it for the Ocelot Pro, which of course, it's the same display setting stuff for the other bikes too, Deere and that. Deere 20, Ocelot Pro, they all have the same display screen settings. It's squeaking a little bit. The only thing that's not in there is how to set or turn off the cruise control. Because current versions, you can't actually turn off the cruise control if you don't want cruise control. Like right now, I'm on cruise control right now. So I'm not pedaling, I'm not using the throttle. So we're going pretty fast, we're doing about 26 miles an hour right now. The cruise control on these bikes, as you might know, will start out immediately. If you come from like one of these stops and you hit that throttle and you push it all the way down and you hold it for a little bit, it's going to assume you want full power. It's going to drag you all the way up to 28 miles per hour if you're not careful. Like here, I'm just pushing it down. If I were to leave that and then just like let go, it's not doing it now. It will at times tend to pull all the way up to 28 miles per hour. So yeah, it's going now. See, it's going up by itself. So when that happens, all you do is either start pedaling, that'll cancel cruise control, or just tap on the brakes. Yeah, just tap the brake a little bit, that'll cancel the cruise control. Okay. But standard cruise control, if you push it to a certain level, whatever you hold it to, hold it for 8 seconds, and it will, it'll keep that speed. It'll kick into cruise control. I would like to see them set it so that it'll go back to resume. Like for instance, I think I should be at cruise right now. Yeah, so I'm on cruise control right now at 15.6 miles per hour. See, nothing there. I'd like to see them do a resume function on cruise control. Like if I had to hit the brakes and I go, okay, now I want to go back to 15.6 miles an hour, you tap it or something, and then it goes back to 15.6 miles an hour. That, to me, that would be a nice feature to have for cruise control if they can program something like that. Now backpedaling, I'm going to backpedal a little bit, does not do anything for the cruise control. Doesn't start it, doesn't stop it. I got a car behind me, so I'm going to speed up. But I'd like to have a resume function. I think that would be kind of nice. I think this car's following me, because he could have passed me a long time ago and he's not. I think he's just looking at my bike or something. I've seen cars do that before, where they'll just tail me because they're checking out my bike. And the deer really grabs attention because of the color. It's a full suspension bike. They can't tell that from the back, but they can tell that. They can see the color on the rear, from the rear of the bike. I mean, from the side of the bike, it really looks nice because it's got the whole bike, right? The rear, all you're gonna see is like the chain stay and all that stuff, seat stay. They all have different names, little parts, right? Yeah, I think you gotta learn the name of the parts if you're a bike rider. That way you can describe, what problems you might have. You can say, oh, it's on my seat post, it's on the chain stay, it's on the whatever problems you're having, Now the squeaking, I think, is happening too because it is kind of damp out here. We didn't have really rain yesterday, but it was so foggy. Okay, maybe there was a little bit of drizzle. And it's supposed to drizzle a little bit again today. But that's why the pavement looks wet. I also thought that maybe I wouldn't be able to go out because earlier in the day I took the car out and I can see it on the windshield, little bits of water hitting it, and I said, is that the fog or is that slight drizzle? I think it was slight drizzle. So I was kind of lamenting. See all these fancy words I use? I was lamenting, saying, oh man, I won't be able to go out. I told everyone I was going to try to get out there, but then it got a little better. So here I am outside. I'm down to 35% now. Let's take this street. And you notice I'm not putting the hand signals out because there's nobody there. So I decided, okay, forget it. I'm not letting go of the handlebars. Yeah, I don't like it when the pavement is wet either, because sometimes, it'll spray up some water. I do have fenders on this bike, so it'll hit the fenders first before it hits anything else. But sometimes underneath your bike, it's still a little bit wet. So I prefer fenders. What is it? The Engwe X24 that I have does not have fenders. I'd like to see it have fenders. Now, it may not look as cool as it is without the fenders. It has a more rugged look. I don't like getting splashed. So I prefer fenders. I prefer plastic fenders, let me say that. I don't actually prefer the metal fenders. I know metal fenders probably cost them more money, cost companies more money, but no, I prefer the plastic ones over the metal ones. Sometimes the metal ones, they make noise. Things hit it, and it goes ping, ping. Take a right here. and you don't have that problem with the plastic ones. And I think the plastic ones are just easier to deal with. Yeah, they flexed a little bit. It's okay. I don't care. But yeah, I prefer fenders on my bikes. I prefer fenders, I prefer rear racks, and I prefer a front rack. I put everything on. You give me an option, I'm taking all the options. I told you that. Here's a funny thing too, and I've heard this from several people in the past. They go, "Oh, I don't know who said it recently. It says, you should have a career in radio." Really? I don't think I have that good of a voice for radio. Although I used to sing a lot. I don't sing at church. I don't tend to offer my vocal talents on the worship team. I figure I'm old enough at this point. Let the kids play it and let them sing it. I just want to play my guitar, play my keyboards. But no, I used to be a worship leader too when I was a little younger. I was like worship leader for 10 years at a church. So it's not like I can't do it, but I have not done it at this current church. It's okay. But a radio voice, yeah, I've heard that from several people before. I don't think so. I tend to slur sometimes. All right, if you think I have a radio voice, put it in the comments below. I don't hear it. I don't think so. All right, everyone vote on this one. All right, I want to hear. If you think it is, say yes. If you don't think it is, say no, you don't have a radio voice. You won't hurt my feelings either way, okay? I want to find out from others if they think the same thing. I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think so. It's just the way I talk. Although, here's an interesting thing. I've always wondered, some of these guys on television, like TV reporters, you ever notice they all kind of talk the same? I mean, they got different tones. Their voices are different. But the way they say certain things is kind of the same from one reporter to the next. Take a listen to old-time radio broadcasters too. They all kind of sound the same. Think about it this way. Think about those World War II announcer guys that used to do those. Today we have. What would they say? Something like, today the Nazis have done this and that, and they have that certain radio type voice. You know what I'm talking about? They all had that. And then now when you listen to TV reporters and the like, they all have a certain type of TV voice as well. How do they do that? Do they have to go through training? Do they have to go through training to get their jobs? Or if they get their jobs, they send them through television voice training or something so that they all have the same type of sound? Their inflections and the like. If you know any details about that, let me know about that. I've always been curious. I'm going, why do these people all sound the same? Dogs always want to get me. Yeah, they all sound the same to me. All right, we're down to 30%. I think it's time we need to start heading back. I'm going to run out of battery power on this thing. All right, we got to turn it around again. If we do what we did before, keep going, and then I didn't take the bike path back, and then I went past it, and then I going through a bunch of cul-de-sacs. So I'm not going to do that again. All right, bike path is coming up right here, right by that snowman. Inflatable snowman. But there's so many cars. I really can't move over. There's one more car, but I'm going to put the hand out so he knows I'm turning. Stopping waiting for all these cars forever. All right, yeah, so we're not talking about a lot of stuff. The thing is, if I see puddles at this point, let me give her the bell here. if I see puddles, I tend to avoid them. In case you've ever wondered, why is Russ all over the road here, on these bike paths? I'm not always on this right side. I'll be in and out. It's because sometimes I'm avoiding bumps. Sometimes I'm avoiding puddles. So if I see there's nobody behind me and there's nobody in front of me, why not? Try to avoid some stuff. We talked about that before once. Some of the phrases we say, right? It's kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, we're not really talking a lot about bikes today, really. We're just kind of going out for the ride. Going out for the ride, talk about anything that comes to mind. So anyway, I was once on the path and I saw my neighbor. She was walking down the path and she said hi to me and I stopped. I didn't know it was her from behind. She was walking with a friend of hers. I go, oh, hey, how did you know it was me? She says, I heard you from behind. Yeah, as I'm talking, people hear you. The thing is, I usually don't talk as I'm passing people, but she heard me from behind. Because I'm talking usually at my normal voice volume level. Unless I come near people, then I usually will talk softer. But until that point, I didn't realize that, even from a distance from here, she was able to hear all the things I was saying. Alrighty, well, where are we at? We're down to 28%. How did this thing drop so fast? I didn't go that far. But in order to make it back home, I gotta start heading back at this point. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We're not gonna hit the 18,000. That was my goal for the year. We'll probably hit 17,500, something like that. That's my guess, in that range. That's pretty good, though. I appreciate everybody for hitting the subscribe button and helping me out. And hopefully we'll do more for next year. We'll get more subscribers, get more bikes. Oop, there's water puddles there. Gotta avoid that. Get some more bikes, and we'll ride more. So anyway, it's been a good year. I appreciate you watching for the whole year. Some of you guys have been with me a long time, several years. Yeah, thank you so much. And we'll just continue on. We'll add more goodies. We are way over 1,000 videos now. I don't think it's over 1,000 for biking, but it is combined of all the various videos I've made over time. Knee replacement videos, odds and end videos. Go listen to some of my music videos. Yeah, go on the main Russ is Right channel page. Okay. Then look at the playlist and look for music videos. Yeah, that's where you can hear some of my music videos. These are not my church stuff, okay? These are secular music, contemporary secular music from the 70s and 80s. So you'll recognize them. You'll recognize songs, like More Than a Feeling, Boston, stuff like that. Some America songs are on there. There's who else we got on there? How you doing? Illegal. Those bikes are not illegal. There you go. He called me out. He says my bike is illegal on this path. No way, buddy. And I was only probably doing around 15 miles an hour anyway. Yeah, see? Can't go off and finish off a video without someone calling you out. Yeah, I think we'll name that. He tells me my bike is illegal. We'll show that in the front of the video, and we'll show it at the end also. Some people don't make it to the end. Might as well let you hear it. Hopefully you heard that. He yelled it out pretty loud. That's pretty funny, huh? Yeah, this is what happens when you ride an e-bike. Sometimes people think it's illegal. I wasn't going fast. I was minding my own business. He's running down the path. He thinks this whole path is just for him. I don't think so. You can't win. You can't win. I'm trying to sign off and can't win. Anyway, put a comment about that in the video. I'll talk to you guys next time.